What's up, guys? It's Matt from Indian Motorcycle Tucson. About to take Clementine out for a little spin, see what she's all about. Oh man, this thing feels like a dirt bike. It's so lightweight, handles so nice. That Trask 2-in-1 pipe sounds like a top fuel dragster. It sounds awesome. Check my mirrors here. It's not that it's not like it's much back there, but that'll have to do. I hope the audio sounds okay. This pipe's pretty loud. I like these bars. It's a nice little setup. If you're used to something kind of leaned over and aggressive, I think you'd get a kick out of these bars. Scouts are the absolute best cruiser out there if you're trying to make the transition from sport bike to cruiser. It's so lightweight and it's 100 horsepower. The thing redlines. Easy, Tiger. It redlines at 9,500 RPMs, so it's an absolute screamer. This one, with the work that we've done to it, is awesome. So I love Scouts. I'm trying to figure a way to own one of these things. I want to get my wife riding. I think starting her out on a Scout, maybe not a 69 cubic inch, maybe the 60 cubic inch with the 5-speed would be a good bike for her to start out on. And that thing's a ripper too. So they're all lightweight and super powerful. They're dual overhead cams, so they generate a ton of power. The power band's just nasty, versus a pushrod motor like a Sportster or something like that. So it's pretty much in the same class as far as dollars go, weight, size. As a Harley Davidson Sportster, a couple other metric cruisers out there similar, but the dual overhead cam to me is by far the most powerful motor you can get. You can get a ton of power out of those pushrod motors, torque-wise, but to have the power band and to be able to get this thing up to that RPM range in the 9,000s, overhead cam motors are the way to do that. So I'm really shocked that nobody's bought this bike yet, with the amount of work and money that's been put into it. It's special, and it's affordable. It's priced really, really well. So give Indian Motorcycle Tucson a call if you want to take Clementine home. The hand-painted Scout script and orange and black paint job turned out really, really cool. If you're a tall guy and you're afraid you're not going to fit on a Scout for some reason, you shouldn't think that way. They make extended reach seats, they make extended reach controls, so you can generate 4 to 5 inches just by changing those out. And these bars are actually perfect because they're drag bars. You can kind of generate. If I were to sit back, my arms are so short, I have to lean over, but for a tall guy, he can actually just sit there like he's sitting in a chair and probably be fine on this thing. This does have an extended reach seat on it. With these drag bars, for me being 5.5 feet tall, this doesn't bode well in the comfort section probably for me, but I'm so used to aggressive bikes. I've been riding aggressive bikes for a long time that it shouldn't really bother me too much. Oh yeah. 180 rear tire is awesome. It gives you a ton of meat back there to be aggressive and ride the way you would ride one of these motorcycles, and still have a ton of tire left on the ground even when you're in a corner. So it is cool. If I owned a Scout, or when I do own a Scout, that's kind of how I'm going to set it up. I'm going to put that 180 rear tire on it, and I like it. I like it a lot. So we're just going to take a little cruise through town. Kind of head over towards the mountain. Late in the day here in Tucson, Arizona. Sun's going down. Want to find a decent spot. We're going to take some photos of Clementine. Got gears for days. It's a 6-speed. You just keep pulling gears and you go as fast as you want this thing to go. I won't get too wild. If I break it, I buy it, which probably wouldn't be a bad thing. That'd be an easy way to put one of these in my garage. Say, look, babe, sorry. You know how it is. You break it, you buy it. Bummer. And then I'd have myself a Scout, which would be sweet. Oh, this pipe is cool. Definitely recommend wearing pants while riding. If you were to wear shorts on this thing and touch that pipe, you'd be in a world of hurt. It's got heat shields, but man, it's a full system, 2-in-1. It's going to get hot enough to get you. Like this bar setup. Aggressive bike, aggressive ride. Scouts you can really corner with, even though they're low to the ground. I mean, they're 25-inch seat heights, but they still have a really nice ground clearance, and the lean angle is really, really cool. I've ridden a lot of Scouts. Don't have a lot of seat time on Clementine, but they're built the same thing, same way. And you can lean them into corners and not worry about dragging things on the ground. And that's a real big reason why I like Indian motorcycles so much, is that they build your cruiser motorcycle, and but they build it with form and function in mind, and you can ride this thing aggressive and not worry about dragging things on the ground. And the best of both worlds with the Scout. It's a sporty bike on in a cruiser, and to me, if you're making the switch, this is the one to go with. There's no bike out there on the planet in the cruiser family that offers you this kind of ride with the 500-pound bike and 100 horsepower and 6-speed transmission. Dual overhead cam, water cooled. Oh man, this bike's awesome. Almost 5 o'clock in Tucson, so it's rush hour time. Lots of traffic. Such a small town, and there's a million people in it, and I don't know where they put everybody. But I love it here. I've been here 5 years now, and the weather's really, really great. It gets a little toasty in the summertime, but it's not a big deal. You can find a pool, you can go up the mountain. Like I said before, in one of my other videos. It's 9,500 elevation on Mount Lemmon, and you can go up there whenever you'd like and have a good time. And it'll be 70 degrees up there. I took a ride up there a couple years ago. It was, I believe it was in May, and there was snow on the ground. So that to me gives you the absolute best of both worlds in Tucson. And I love the desert. I can ride any day of the year. I don't have to worry about torrential downpours. Monsoons come in, and but they only last a few hours, and then they're back out there. So you could easily ride every day of the year here and be totally fine. Oh gosh, yeah. That 180 makes a huge difference. Such a lightweight bike. Put that kind of rubber in the back and this thing will stick wherever you want it to. This thing would be awesome taking up the mountain. Just ripping it up there. Anyway, I'm gonna just cruise through the streets. This might be rather boring for you guys. The Scout is a very simple machine. There's not a whole lot to say about it. Easy to ride, easy to own, and man, is it fun. So like, share, subscribe. If you have any comments, leave them, and I'll get to them. I'll answer you guys' stuff. If you're interested in owning Clementine, call Indian Motorcycle Tucson. It's available. They have other Scouts if you'd rather not have this one. But this thing is such a good deal with all the work that was put into it, that to me, if you could swing it, this would be the one to do. But thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate you guys checking out the video, and I'll see you soon.